Hey class, I hope you had fun last week with the Frisbee activity. This week, we're going to be doing a cooperative activity where we're going to be doing activities where we work with others, whether that be our parents, our siblings, our cousins, our friends, whoever it is. This activity is going to revolve around working with a partner. So today's activity, it has no name really, so I gave it the name of pillow ball. Pillow, like what we sleep on, right? So the idea is we're going to be using a pillowcase to launch the balls to baskets. And I'm going to give you more details. So right now the equipment, as far as the equipment you're going to be using for this activity, it should all be equipment that should be available at home. If not, it's okay. We can figure out alternative methods. But for this activity, I'm using 2 tube socks, which I'm going to fill with 3 pairs of smaller socks each. So 3 pairs for 1 tube sock, 3 pairs for another tube sock to make a pillow ball. Sock ball, not a pillow ball. And then we're going to be using 1 pillowcase for 2 people. So if you have 4 people, you're going to be using 2 pillowcases. And this is going to be what we're going to be using to launch the balls into the baskets. So where are the baskets? So let me show you. So I have 3 different baskets. You can use 3 if you want, you can use 2, you can use 1, you can use 5 even if you want. It's up to you how many baskets you want. The more baskets you have, the increase in chance that you're going to make it into one of the baskets. But if you think this is too easy and you want to increase the difficulty, try using only 1 or 2. Maybe even try using only 1. The difficulty is completely up to you. So what we have is a box, just a regular cardboard box, nothing special here. Pretty big, so this one's going to be a bit easier to make it in. I also have a laundry hamper, where we put all our dirty clothes. I took off all the dirty clothes because I don't want anyone to see my dirty clothes. But this is just as big as the box, so also a bit easier to make into to make the ball into the basket. And then my last target is a tall trash can. Empty, of course, maybe not, but a tall trash can. By far, out of these 3, the trash can is going to be the hardest one to make it in because it is the smallest. If you want to increase the difficulty, this is too easy. I'd recommend leaving the swing top if it has a swing top. So that way the ball has to go through the swing top to make it in there. Plus it makes a pretty cool sound, right? Okay, cool. So on top of that, the baskets don't have to be on the floor. I have a little chair here. If you have a chair, a couch, wherever, you can easily just put the baskets up here next to the wall, so that way if it doesn't directly go into the basket, it can bounce off of the wall and go into the basket, making it a bit easier, right? Okay, so before I get into the activity, I want to show you all how to make a sock ball. So in order to make a sock ball, which is going to be what we're going to be launching using our pillowcase into the baskets, we're going to start with the tube sock. And we have 3 pairs of socks for each tube sock, right? So we're going to stuff 1 pair into the sock all the way to the bottom. Move on to the next one. And you want to make sure that it's all the way to the bottom, because if it's not, there's going to be a lot of space and it's not going to travel that well when you launch it. All right, and they can be any socks you find, okay? These are all just socks that I have, and I'm not being too picky with it, right? So they're all on the bottom. So do the same for the other tube sock. You don't have to put them in any particular order. Just go ahead and put them into the sock as far in as you can. Because again, the less space in between the socks, the better. Alright, I'm almost done here. Almost done. And if you want to use just a regular tennis ball or a foam ball, a bouncy ball, whatever you have, that's perfectly fine too. This is just in case you don't have a tennis ball or whatever. We can make our own equipment, right? We don't need those. Alright, so check this out. We're almost there. Well, the socks are all to the bottom. So now what we have to do is we're going to grab the ends. See this? I'm going to fold it in. I'm just gonna keep folding it in. Just keep folding it in all the way to the top of the bundle of socks. So that way there's less air resistance and it can travel a lot easier. So see, just fold it in as much as you can, and there you go. So now we do the same for the second one. We grab the ends, fold it in, keep going. If you're not doing it as fast as me, that's okay. I had to practice a lot to do this, so don't worry. It took me a while to get here. Almost there. Again, as far as you can. And there we go. We got 2 sock balls that we're going to be trying to launch into our baskets. I don't know if I'm going to make it. Alright, so again, in order to do this activity, you need a partner. So if my partner can go ahead and join me. Okay, so before we get started on this, I'm going to choose my baskets. I'm only going to use 2 out of the 3. I'm not going to use the trash can. I'm actually going to put the box on top of my chair, and then on the bottom of it, I'm going to put my basket. So now I'm using 2 baskets, okay? And if my partner can go ahead and join me. Alright. So, in order to do this, we have to each grab one corner of the pillowcase. So I'm grabbing one corner with one hand, and she's grabbing one corner with one hand, and our other hand is doing the same thing. Alright, so in order to do this right, we have to cooperate. We have to make sure that we launch the ball at the same time. Because if we don't do it at the same time, then I don't know where the ball's going to go. Right? So if we don't cooperate and we're unsynchronized, this is what's going to happen. Alright, 1, 2, 3. See, she went before me, and because of that, the ball didn't go where we wanted it to go. So we have to make sure that we both go on, let's go on 3, right? Alright, so we just decided that I'm going to count to 3, and we're going to launch the ball on 3. Okay, you don't have to do that. If you want to count to 10, if you want to just go on go, or if you want to just say fish, whatever, you do your thing, right? But we're going to count to 3. Alright, so we have to do it at the same time. We're going to propel the ball and launch it by moving the pillowcase up, right? Okay, up and towards the boxes. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was so close. We almost made it in the box. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3. Ah, so we missed twice. We're going to keep trying until we make one. Alright, let's try again. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Nice! We made one. Alright. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're going to keep going until we make both, alright? I don't want you to stop unless you make both or all of your softballs, however many you make. 1, 2, 3. Nice! We made it in the box and the basket. Alright, so remember when you're doing this activity, work together. We have to work together when we're working with someone, or else we don't know what we're going to be doing. And we were using the box and the basket. If you want to use the trash can or anything smaller, you can do that. This activity is going to be as difficult and as challenging as you want it to be. So, that's the activity for this week. Again, it's called pillow ball because we're using the pillowcases. We are using softballs though. But I hope you had a blast doing this, and I hope you have a lot of fun with your partner, whoever that is. Alright, well, you all have a nice day, and I can't wait to see you all next week.